I'm sure all you fans out there are going to totally dig this. And Julie's been kind enough to show us around. We'll do an amazing editing job on this. But her fingerprint is all over these stations, and you can see why these stations are so successful. When you're opening up packages, because a lot of our artists, a lot of our Rockarachi fans are wondering, is there some way that they can package the material, or is there something about the album cover that is really important and imperative to kind of making an impression?
Really good question. And I would say the most important thing is to not worry about that and worry more about your band and what's going on with the fan base. Because, you know, if you're going to compete against Dave Grohl or Jack White or Puddle and Mud, the list goes on and on and on and on, you know, you got to have some stats on your side. Right. Because even our listeners, even if we're explaining to our listeners, if you said you were in a band and you had gone into the studio and you had recorded the best song ever, and that's all you'd done so far, you hadn't done anything else. Right. Us going on the air and saying this is the best song ever only goes so far, because the listeners want to know what's up too. Where can I see this band? Where are their shows booked? You know, can I go on MySpace and, you know, YouTube, see a video? You know, why am I going to care about the lead singer? Where they're from? What's the story? So it goes so much further if you've already kind of set things up. You know, connected with your audience, so that when we do play it, the word of mouth will even spread faster.
So, fans, as you can hear what Julie said, the story sounds like it's almost as important as the music, that you have to have a story. There's got to be something more than just the tune.
Yeah, you, I mean, have something going on. The story doesn't have to be that they're playing your song in Boise 20 times a week. You know, I always ask even record labels, even major record labels, they'll come in here, like Columbia Records might come in and say, you should play this band. You know, they're playing it in Milwaukee and Miami and Pittsburgh, and it's researching through the roof. And I'll say, okay, but aside from me playing it, what's going to help make people passionate about it in Los Angeles? You know, is there a video? Is the song in a movie coming up? You know, is there a chance, are they coming through town? Something. And, you know, even the major record labels sometimes won't have an answer because they're so used to the old school way of starting with radio and just sending stuff out.
A lot of our audience doesn't understand or doesn't know what Payola is. Okay, does that still go on today, and or is it just changed a little bit? And can you explain? Well, can you? Well, yeah. Right. Can you explain first of all what Payola is?
Right. Well, the term Payola is radio stations accepting money for airplay. I've never, ever, ever worked at a radio station that's happened. You know, it's funny, when I worked up in Seattle, the people that I worked up there with, still there, you know, real mom and pop type establishment. And then coming down here and working in LA, everybody is so professional and just really the best in the business. You know, obviously the term exists, so it came up at some point, you know, and I think, you know, you can even read stories back in the days of Elvis being on the radio, of, you know, people getting gifts or whatever. But I mean, you know, I have, especially now, you know, radio is rated with people meter. And so, you know, every single song I play, we see if people are listening to the station or tuning out. And I have to make the best possible radio station that people are going to be passionate about and people are going to want to listen to and want to be rockaholics. You know, and I want a career 10 times more than I want a free dinner from somebody. I can get a t-shirt in the mail, but like even the rule is nothing over $25. So, you know, it's been funny. There's been times super uncomfortable that, like, you know, some little independent artist is thinking they're doing the right thing and they'll send like a bottle of wine or something with a record, and it's like, oh God, what are you doing? And then, you know, we'll have to like contact them and tell them that's not how we do business, and then we have to FedEx it back, and we have to, you know, practically fingerprint everybody involved. It's like, don't do that, it's horrible, you know. So it's actually pretty stressful.
All right, so you're gonna give us a tour of 98.7.
Yeah, actually, I'll give you a tour of Clear Channel Los Angeles.
Okay, cool.
And, you know, we have a handful of stations here. We've got, I think, 5 FMs, 98.7, KISS, My FM, Hot, and Coast.
Okay.
And so we're all in the same building. And, you know, some of us, like me, not only am I the program director on 98.7, but I'm also the music director for KISS. Coke Zero never hurt anybody.
Okay, so why are you doing this, Julie? So the difference between a music director and a program director?
Well, here's the thing. Programming is anything that goes out over the air. You know, it could be commercials, promotions, marketing, music, the DJs, where the music's just the music.
Okay.
So, Basically, here's the easiest way to explain it. I'm the assistant program director and music director at KISS.
Okay.
That means if anything goes wrong, I still got a guy above me that,
Takes the fall.
is good backup.
Right.
At 98.7, I just kind of have to figure it out. Arthur,
what's up, man?
What's cracking?
How you doing?
Good.
this is Jared.
Hey. Are you actually playing tunes in here yourself, or is everything on automatic pilot?
It's a bit of both.
Okay.
You know what? Because here's the thing. There's the computer system, which is called the Prophet system, and everything's loaded in there. But, I mean, it really sounds the best if you still do the art of radio and go through and seg everything yourself, put the right production elements in, because, the texture of the song, the way the song ends, it's like, he's going to do it 10 times better than a computer. So, like, right now, you probably segged up the next few songs, so you're ready to go.
Yeah, so, we basically can artfully craft the transitions between the songs and the elements, so you can hear the beauty that is 98.7 when you tune in.
So, kind of show me what's on cue.
Okay, so right here we have the Foo Fighters, and we're going to go into Gnarls Barkley. So you can seg up the transitions. Basically, you choose whatever element you want to have in the transition. So this is what it's going to sound like when the transition goes on.
Like that song? Grab the lyrics. 987fm.com. Keyword lyrics.
That's what's so fun about the art of programming. I might have the Them Crooked Vultures CD in my car, and I might have Jimmy Eat World, and I might have Mazzy Star. I mean, I can't think of one time in the last 2 years that I was like, oh man, I need to go back to my Mazzy Star CD. But when I'm on the 101 and we're playing Them Crooked Vultures, and Dave Grohl is drumming harder than he has in the last 10 years, and it's full blast, and then there's a little 98.7, and it goes to Mazzy Star Fade Into You, and it's raining outside, I'm like, oh, it sounds so good.
Right.
It's programming and not having to overthink about it. Then look at this, I got a Jimi Hendrix song. Like, I have no idea why.
Right.
Didn't know if it was a re-release. Maybe somebody heard us from Seattle, not sure. Sade, really excited about that. Probably not going to get played on either of my stations.
What do you like most about music, Julie? What is it that you love about this?
I just think music really, I don't know, it can definitely take you on an emotional journey, and it helps you clear your head, it helps you relate, process things, whether you're about to go out and you're really excited for the night and you want to put on something that's really fun, you'll have more fun if you're listening to music rather than nothing. If you're in the car, it's a great companion. Or I just always have so much respect for people that are artistic, and I love hearing how people may say something differently, looking at things from a different position or a different way, or just a different way of processing things. Just I love music and I love fine art, paintings, like that. My friend, he's a local artist, Tim Waters did. I really love people that are artists in every sense of the word, and I have a lot of respect for people creating. I want to give a shout out first for doing good things for music, because I first found out about your site because you interviewed Dina LaPolte, which I think is great, giving music fans not only information about their favorite music, but also about the business, and Dina's about the best in the biz. And I just want to give you a shout for supporting 98.7 and coming over and hanging out with us today, and keep checking back to rockarazzi.com to figure out what's next.